Where the gap was?
I had you know, pages of notes on what I was supposed to do against Hugs, but in the heat of the moment, I went away from all of it.
Yeah.
There were moments where I was doing what I wanted to do, but not consistently enough to beat a guy like Hugs. So
Got it.
let's see if Joey can do it though.
I'll be very curious to see what he can do off of grabs. He'll need to get some, and it's hard to follow up. And let's see how much damage he can get or control he can get off of the grabs.
Yeah, Samus is so strong when she's grounded. Lucky is showing that when she's in the air, she's very vulnerable. That whole first stock, he just juggled her, didn't let her touch the ground. No crash cancels available in the air.
Yeah, that's some of the, it reminds me of the Asin advice. You'd say, like, Asin, when I'm getting chain thrown, I don't know how to DI it. He'd say, well, don't get grabbed.
Don't get grabbed.
Doesn't that make sense? You just don't do the first thing. So if you have a problem with crouch canceling, then just don't let her get back on the ground.
That's
it. A little harder, but...
And when you boil it all down to its most basic form, things really are simple. It's a simple game.
Yeah.
Get them off the level, keep them off the level. It can get very complicated in the middle part, but...
Yeah, that's true. But you don't have to, like, you know, worry about what items you're going to buy, you know? Which lane am I going to be in? It's just you're looking at one guy the whole time. Or girl, in this case.
Joey's showing he knows what he's doing in this matchup so far. He's really not
Strong
giving Hugs
command.
anything. And there's that shield I was talking about. Just waits, sees what comes out, reacts appropriately.
Do you think that you can shield in front of Samus and then, on reaction, dodge her grab?
I believe so. It's the sound, the audio of the grab is very distinctive, and it comes out early. So if you have a good reaction time, you can just buffer that roll straight through her. I see Mango do it a lot. I'm not sure if it's on reaction or prediction, but it's certainly a thing. And it's also conditioning, reads, all of that stuff.
Sick.
Oh, interesting.
Hug is getting some control back. Missed a wave dash there, not allowing him to punish. Close range charge back, and then gets another one.
Hugs' whole game is based around positioning, winning the micro exchanges, getting himself in a good position, and then just reads, conditioning, and punishing.
That'll do it. That's going to take it. 0% for each players, 2 stock to 1, and Hugs taking to the Lucky taking to the platforms.
One of the things Joey told me about this match specifically against Hugo is you can't respect him. You can't give him room to do his Hugo stuff. You just got to get in there and just diss him, get in his face. And we saw it there. He kind of got a bit flustered when Lucky was up in his grill. Simple as that.
I think you're exactly right. That's what happened. He was so close to the Samus, which is scary because when you're close, that's when you get down smash. When you down smash, that's when you lose a stock.
But you have to commit. If you play at that mid-range, you're like not quite right in there. You're not quite a long way out to laser camp. You're just in that middle. That's where Hugo shines. And that's where he wants you to be. That's where he's going to try and make you be, even if consciously you're not aware of it. And here we go, up in the air again.
That's right, just like the first stock last game. And what you're saying sounds like Marth as well. Marth is no good if his opponent is super close to him. You know, inside him, if you will.
Yeah, he wants that space to move around.
And then if you're too far away from Marth, then you can shoot lasers, throw turnips, whatever. You want, well, the Marth wants you to be right in that sword range.
Yeah. Ooh. Speaking about spacing, that's a beautiful up tilt. And there's the grab.
No conversion, though.
One of the most interesting things about Hugo's game is his grab game. When he elects to grab, when he elects not to grab, and how he conditions you to earn those grabs. It's fun to watch out for. Wall jump? Nope. Just bangs his head and gets back on.
A second ago, nice. A second ago, Lucky made him a technical error and air dodged, and then Hugs tried to grab, but Lucky had enough time to still be the one with the frame advantage. That's how fast Fox is and how, in some senses, slow Samus is. She's fast in some ways, but very slow in others. She falls slowly, her grab is slow.
Which is why you need to do all that conditioning stuff to make sure that when you do it, it's going to work.
Bold prediction there with the charge blast, and would have really paid off had Hugs' prediction about Lucky's recovery been correct.
Oh, great.
He's off the ledge and he's off far. The down smash going to send him up. Still going to have to use the up B, and Hugs with the forward air.
Yeah, a lot of Samuses are using that forward air with some interesting utility. You see them sometimes just do a single hit fair into an F smash to punish a recovery that goes high, or they're not quite confident to just hit the F smash.
Well, I've yet to see it in effect in this set. Each time I've seen an F air, it has not connected to a second hit. So
it's not done what he's wanted so far.
We'll have to
sure.
see.
Nice shield stop bare there by Lucky, really closing that space safely. Okay. 3 stock to 2, edge guard situation. Lucky just gives it up, and we're 2 each.
Sounds good. 12% there from that up B. That is significant.
It all adds up.
It does. And keep in mind, Lucky had just come down from his invincibility, and that's what he got for it. Was an up B and 12%.
You see the spacing on that? He knew the Samus hit A when hit stun was coming out, and he just went, nope. Dash just outside range, got back in, got a grab.
Now, Samuses tend to roll by accident out of shield a lot. I think it's because they experience more hit stun.
Yeah.
That's right.
More hit stun than they were expecting trying to wave dash out of shield, generally, yeah.
And it's amazing, as technical as we are, some of the more basic challenges. Nice! Whoa! Some aggression.
And under pressure, all those little fishes in your game come out with such prominence.
And worse than your fans seeing it is you see it, and you get in your head while you're playing, and you're saying, I know better than that.
Yeah.
My notes say not to do that.
But not doing that is a whole nother story.
So hard. Gonna catch another full up B there. Stocks are tied, percents are nearly identical at this point.
There was that aerial to shield. That's a common mix-up where you don't want to toss the shine because you're going to get an up B trade, but he didn't angle it correctly, and he caught the up B anyway, shield poke. Lucky has the percent advantage here, looking to finish things off. Jab? Nope.
Sama's at 114%, but she can live if she's not going to take that strong up smash or up air.
Yeah. Be interesting to see what options Hugo takes at this point in terms of risk reward. Whether he's willing to go all in and commit for something, or whether he's just happy to wait it out.
It seems to me waiting it out is smart, especially when we've seen 3 rolls from the Samus in the last minute.
This is something you hear Hugo talk about a lot, is conditioning for that one moment when it's going to make a difference. You've done the same thing 5 or 6 times in that spot. Time to mix it up when it counts to take the win. Didn't pay off then, but we'll see what he can do moving forward.
So that's 2-0 for Lucky. We may see another 3-0 victory. We've seen mostly 3-0s in this top 8.
Doesn't help that there was some Aussies and New Zealanders still hanging around. We might see a little more competition at the top end. Like the Lucky and Leffen set, which I've been hanging out to see for a long time.
Yeah, that was very exciting. That was a great one. But I don't know. I think we're going to see 3-0 in Mango Leffen, personally.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Bold call from Wife. Which way do you expect that to go?
To Mango.
Oh, okay.
We'll talk about it in more detail when it comes up. So before you and Skeleton was here, he was saying that the Americans tend to move their bodies with their play.
Yeah, they do. That's really interesting. I've noticed that too. Hugs is twitching when he's playing.
You can't even take a picture of him. It's like trying to take a picture of a kitten. It's always moving. And
Lucky looks like
especially,
he's pretty
Lucky's
relaxed.
pretty chill, right? Especially when Hugs gets the up B. I mean, his whole body convulses.
It's like he needs, a massage. You know, he's twitching in the shoulders. He's a little tight.
Well, it'd be great to have, sports exercise psychologists on site who can just, provide get some hand massages, get the knots out of the back.
Yeah. And that's the next level of the game. Traditionally, Snatchers haven't been the best in terms of things like nutrition, mental well-being, rest.
We absolutely are getting better. I mean, piece by piece, but we are.
Yeah, that's... So, oh, what a read.
Great read.
There's some definite professionals in that sense coming through now. A whole holistic approach to the game. Dr. PP is certainly...
Well,
oh,
he's
PPMD,
the
excuse me.
He's the picture of it. He says to himself, yeah, I'm going to miss a few tournaments, but it's a marathon, not a sprint.
Yes. Wobbles the Phoenix is another great one. Very reflective guy.
Gets the B. Wow, he just keeps racking it on. What is happening?
Hugo, though. Hugo's mad. He's had it.
Some people
Yo.
Some people do.
I can see Noxus in the back somewhere just going, oh, yes, disrespectful dunk. That's the Hawk way.
Does he talk like that?
Oh, no, he's just a troll. You've been on him, probably on the mic with him a couple of times
yeah,
this weekend.
we chatted a bit. I can hear that coming out of his mouth.
You can't take a single thing he says seriously. He's always trolling.
Yeah, he kept documentary trolling me. He kept saying, so what if you beat Ken?
Everything
would you be ordering this meatball sub right now?
He was hanging out for a Pokemon Stadium match so he could say, and that resourceful son of a bitch used the windmill. That's what he was hanging out for. I don't know if he got it or not.
Yeah, of course I do. Of course. Those Bs serving him well.
Down air. Oh, Hug's trying to swag.
Okay, connects with it. That'll do with a lead this big.
Not the worst trade in the world.
Boom.
Yeah, there it is.
That's a gimme.
Very convincing, and with the game in hand, could it be time for the Batman? Could it be? Is the bat signal out? We had a bird in here before. Maybe a bat's the next thing.
Maybe.
Ooh, there it is. What? Did I call it?
You called it. You're very good. Very good.
All right. So, yeah, I have asked Lucky for advice about the Fox-Hugo matchup, and he just said, dude, just pick Black Falcon.
Yeah.
That's his solution, and here it is in action. And Black Falcon, the Batman, has had success in Australia in the past. Sort of rose to prominence. People started to believe in the Batman when it 3-stocked Armada in winners finals of SS6.
Love the history
SS5.
lesson.
Apologies.
And it's interesting that he chose to switch to Captain Falcon after 2 convincing wins. And then he granted to get stomped 1 match, but I don't think this is so much a pick of desperation, like I needed an answer. It might just be more trying my options, having fun, or keeping my opponent on his toes.
I think he really believes that this is probably a pick for the match, and because he has a game to burn, he feels comfortable in using 1 counter pick at least to see where he can go with it, and if things don't go to plan, well, he can always go back to Fox, back to plan A.
I think that's good reasoning.
And we're seeing it so much more often these days, people having a serious secondary for situations like this. Not just a pocket character that they just bust out of, on a win.
Sure, yeah. 20XXs in Fox, it's having more than 1 secondary.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
Apex
we saw it.
Taught us that.
We saw it at Apex, yeah. I was just about to say that.
Right, 3 stocks each, but with the Captain Falcon ready to go, just narrowly misses that charge blast.
He got the read, but it was just too soon. He flipped the page just too quick. Missed a little paragraph somewhere in the middle.
Hugs is up, and this suddenly feels very real.
Yeah, and I feel the best of 5 format is beneficial to Hugs because he's the kind of guy who'll adapt, read, change his style based on what the heck was that, Joey?
Ouch.
I want to say it was a mistake.
What?
Hugs just flipped the pen off the tape.
What?
Wife just threw his pen. That hitbox was insane. And it just goes to show how awful Falcon's recovery is.
Yeah,
it's
it really
so
does,
vulnerable.
right? That's not fair.
He had his booty sticking up. And all right, and there we go, as I said.
Great.
I think the problem is he's wearing the Tasmania tag now.
Yeah, who is he repping in Tasmania? Does he have some Tasmanian homies?
Yeah, I think there's like 10 of them here for the first time. So. Oh yeah, he went for it. That doesn't actually work, but it is a mix-up.
You gotta go for the stuff that doesn't work just to make sure it doesn't work.
Yeah, that's something you see it in poker as well. Sometimes you have to make a suboptimal choice just to make your opponent aware that you have that option in your repertoire.
Oh, I think you might call it sometime keeping them honest.
Yes. Keep the bastards honest. And Hugo, he's just turned this whole set around. He's flipped it on its head.
I would not have seen this coming.
No, 2 convincing wins to Lucky. We were talking about a 3-0. We were talking about Leffen and Mango.
We sure were.
Hugs is back.
He catches the up smash, and we're tied up at 3 stocks each on game 5. He's very close to Hugs. Couldn't be any closer.
This stock's going to be so important.
Absolutely. Agreed.
And he was lucky not to get a crouch cancelled there.
Throwing those aerials out, not missing a cancel. Staying close. Goes to follow-up. I kind of missed that.
There was a shine there, and it clanked with the down smash, but...
Oh, it clanked. Got it.
Lucky, the speed at which Lucky performed both of the inputs allowed him to escape that, because it could have been bad.
And he's on the offense now and in a position to take the lead. Up throw, he'll try to bait out the jump and then go for an up air.
Another thing too, these guys have played a lot, but they would never have played in PAL. So that's going to be in Hugs' favor, just given the nerfs to Fox.
That's a good call.
So just that slight edge. It's never been too much between these guys, but maybe that slight edge is what's going to make the difference for Hugs.
3rd time running that Lucky tries to get back on the stage. Hugo won't let him.
I think both of these guys have a real shot at taking the title, so either one of them. Yeah, at that percent, Lucky didn't want to commit to anything. He just wanted to stay close enough that Hugo had to do something. Waited it out. Great patience.
There's tension in the air right now. I wonder if Lucky will go a little more defensive and start using the laser, or if he'll just keep going with what he's doing. Catches a neutral air, then gets grabbed, starts taking the damage, has to get back on the stage here, finally able to get back down.
Hugs is waiting for that second bear. Foxes always do it. They hit the shield with one bear, they just do another.
Get up attack, sending Lucky off stage. Missing the grab, he's high up, but it's still not going to be enough.
It's fortunate he didn't have a couple more percent on. See if Lucky goes high, try to get back in the hole. Yep.
Just took his chances with the toward B and came out alive that time.
Yeah, he wants to keep his back to this wall so that he can rack up a little more percent on Hugo without risking getting sent off.
It's not...
That doesn't look good.
Breathe, everyone, breathe. This is it. This is game 5. Only one he gets to go on.
And a 3-0 run back, that would be nothing to scoff at.
And in come the up.
Oh, okay, the up air, that's going to do it.
Whoa,
1-1, game 5, both
real
guys,
tight
take
here.
a breath. Ooh, can you feel it in the air, wife?
Feel it, feel the passion, but also keep your fingers calm. Hugs, no rolls.
And a lot of people will say that this situation favors the slower character simply because the inputs are less demanding and it's going to be less taxing for your nerves. But there are definitely some things that Hugo's going to have to be careful of too.
It's true. The percent's almost exact. He gets the grab. Unbelievable. Neutral are going to follow up to the right side. Lucky hitting back now. Lucky has control. Going to get
no tech.
Whoa.
Roy zone?
Just missed it. Lucky on the offensive. Gets the grab. He goes right for the up air that time instead of baiting the jump. Going to charge at him. Staying close with the lasers. Little baby charge. This is it.
Oh, the Phantom!
Unbelievable! I demand a recount. And the down smash, this could end it right here. He's back on the ground, he's back safe. Neutral is going to get him.
Oh, the back air.
He's off real far, he's off really far.
He had a bad angle, can he get up?
He's back, he's back. Both players shielding. The up B happens.
Gonna hit.
Up oh my God! Unbelievable, so close.
Oh my goodness. Woo. Outpouring of emotion from Hugo after all that effort to get back to 2-2, to get back to that last stock situation. And then to come so close, just one hit away. What?
And it was a really well played last stock too. It wasn't like it was full of chokes, but that very last up smash, which must have been accidental, That's going to end it.
And Lucky went for the shine into the up smash instead of just the raw up smash.
Yeah.
And we saw the Phantom come out and had everything.
Now that haunts